boy, what It Follows did for sex, Climax is gonna do for drugs. In Climax, we follow a dance company. They're practicing, they're working on their crafts, and it turns into this party. But unfortunately, someone has spiked the sangria with LSD, and one thing leads to another, and now we're on a descent into hell as everyone is tripping out. Ladies and gentlemen, I was so looking forward to this movie. Now, this movie comes from Gaspar Noe, who is a director who's made films like Enter the Void and Irreversible. I really like this director. I like his visionary style. This is not a director for everyone. So if you haven't liked his previous films, you probably want to stay away from Climax, because good God, this movie put me through the ringer, ladies and gentlemen. I was flat out terrified while watching this movie. It scared me. It put me on a roller coaster ride. I was praying for it to be over, not because it sucked, but because of just the visceral experience while watching this film. This is a craftsmanship in terms of filmmaking. What Gaspar does is he takes his weird style and he infuses it all into this. And I love that this film didn't really have a script. He, in a sense, got real life dancers to do that and allowed the dancers to incorporate their own personalities into their own characters. A lot of these people, in a sense, got to become their own characters, so you really actually do believe all of their performances. And I liked how we got to know these characters through their audition tapes, through their interactions with other people, through their actual dance performances. Gets to tell us a little bit about their personalities, so when they start tripping out, they're all having different LSD trips and different sorts of nightmares, which makes this just completely and utterly chaotically madness in the last hour of the film. I mean, it is just insane and bonkers, but it's also not unrealistic. Like, it feels real and raw despite how unholy the whole situation at hand is playing out. And I love the cinematography. He uses that sort of darkness and color pop, in my opinion, from his previous films in this, and it works really well. As the camera's always following someone, so you always sort of feel like you're in the back seat, not in control of what's going on, and and the doors are locked, so like you just can't get out. But whenever it switches to a different person, it doesn't cut. It just kind of like, it's like you're hopping vehicles. I'm doing a bad job explaining it, but it's utterly brilliant when you're watching it. It just makes it seem like a nightmare that you can't close your eyes from, regardless how badly you want to truly look away. I was just completely and utterly blown away with this movie. There is a craftsmanship not only in just the filmmaking of this thing, but just the utter experience of while watching it. I loved this movie. It's a 2019 release for America, but I do know a lot of people overseas have already seen this film, and it was a 2018 release for a lot of people. But you have got to check out this film. Just got to do it. Overall, Climax is mesmerizing. It's haunting. It is in a true cinematic experience. Gaspar really puts you in this thing. His cinematography, the way that it zooms in and gets darkened as the film goes along, makes you feel disoriented just as much as the characters do. And you are on this nightmarish descent into hell. I loved this movie. And as a score goes, I'm going to give Climax a 5 out of 5. So you guys, there you have it. That was my review for Climax. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this film. If you saw it, definitely put this on your watch list if you're a fan of this guy. I was just utterly blown away by this film. A true masterpiece. And until next time, you guys, I'm the Slasher Movie, and you guys have just been slashed.